Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. My homage to the Blessed One and to my teacher, Pingvat Lokasamin Mahansa. So, in the previous episode, we learned about feelings until the unpleasant feelings based on sensual pleasures and through spiritual practice. Now we have come to the last two explanation of the two types of feelings. Samisang va adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamano. Samisang adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamiti pajanati. What is that? When feeling a neither painful or neither or no pleasant feeling based on five sense objects. That means a neutral feeling that is created or made through through sense objects, through sensual pleasures. So, just like I told you, like looking at maybe a rock, maybe a street light. So, a thing that any feeling that will not make you like strongly attached or feel sad. So then Buddha explains in terms with these kinds of neutral feelings, yet even though the person, if a human being is not attached, just because there is no pleasant feeling or no sadness because of no unpleasant feeling, yet he is not totally detached towards that feeling. So, but there is a feeling that you are totally detached. What is that? Niramisang va adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamano. Niramisang adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamiti pajanati. So, if it is a neutral feeling that is born through spiritual development, that means there is a detachment. By thinking things as impermanent, you give up that. You can live without that. You know this body is impermanent, that this body is like a nest for diseases. Like think of a nest. When there's a nest, birds will lay eggs. Like that, this body will make you very uncomfortable, will make you ill, will make you bedridden, will make you faint. And our life is totally depending on medicine. From the day we are born, we are depending on medicine. From the day we are born, the moment we are born, we are depending on medicine. This body, Buddha said, this body is like four venomous serpents. Think of young, small tree. Think of four venomous serpents. Imagine they are given to you to look after. And then, not like puppies, okay? You are given four venomous serpents to look after. And once you are given four venomous serpents to look after, then you will have to feed them in time, bathe them, then wake them up in time, and give them water. You will have to attend to them throughout the day. But they are venomous serpents. They are venomous serpents. They can bite you. They will kill you. So in this body there are four kinds of things. Solid element, there are things made with solid, water, heat and gas. So these things will react worse than a venomous serpent. So without finding ways to deal with these venomous serpents in our body, we are trying to mix with more venomous serpents in life. Like people can't live without a girl, can't live without a marriage life, can't live without seeing venomous serpents. Now some people, they feel very upset and sad when they can't see their friends and relatives. close friends. Well, having loving kindness should be there. Like, we should call your friends and find out how they are. But imagine there's a situation now during this lockdown period. There are limitations. If you get affected for months, you will have to be quarantined. So then only we will know how much we are attached to each other. So that is something should be controlled. Loving kindness should be there, like a mother has loving kindness towards her one and only child. We should spread loving kindness towards all beings. But that loving kindness should be without having expectations. We should not get angry when others don't show the loving kindness that we show to others. When someone is getting angry at us, we should feel compassionate towards that person without we getting angry towards that person. Because if someone is getting angry at you, if someone hates you, we should feel compassionate. We should pity that person, thinking because that person who gets angry at us, he will decline himself. He is ruining his life by changing his moods. And he is becoming an unpleasant person to the world. Poor thing, what will happen to this person when he behaves like this with other people as well? So when you think like that, compassion should arise in our mind, not hatred. See the value of thinking wisely, how much this wise thinking can help us to protect our life and other people's lives as well. So the feeling that should be developed is niramisang va adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamano. Niramisang adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamiti pajanati. Niramisang va adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamano. Niramisang adukkama sukhang vedanang vedyamiti pajanati. So when you experience a neutral feeling, neither painful or neither pleasant, that is born from spiritual happiness. So that is like fourth jhana. And then other concentration level, like the greatest concentration level is Nirodha Samapatti. So Buddha's great disciples achieved to that level. There was one occasion when one monk was, I think a Pacceka Buddha was meditating. That Pacceka Buddha was absorbed to Nirodha Samapatti. People came and burnt the body because even breathing stopped during the Nirodha Samapatti, but life is there. Then people came and burnt the body, but then the body did not burn. The amazing thing is, when a monk has absorbed to the Nirodha Samapatti, if the other monks are thinking of that monk, if the other monks need that monk for a sangha, for a matter that sangha should attend, for a matter that monk should attend to a sangha's important matter, that monk will give up that concentration level and attend to the sangha's matter. That much sangha has respect each other. That much sangha should develop respect each other. What to think about lay people developing respect towards the sangha? Even a monk who has developed a highest concentration level, when he is in that concentration level, if sangha recalls that monk will give up that concentration level and attend to the sangha's matter. What an amazing Buddha Sasana. What an amazing life to live, to live in a community like this among the sangha. Then Buddha preaches, iti ajjatang va vedanasu vedananupasye virati, bahidda va vedanasu vedananupasye virati. In this way he dwells contemplating feelings within himself. He dwells contemplating feelings within another. He thinks, okay, I am also going through this kind of a nature, and even other people are also going through this kind of a and other people are also going through the same nature. Like imagine, like if you are attached to someone, it could be their beauty, but we don't know, like we don't understand like how much they are suffering mentally. Like imagine like what happened after people get married. The main problem, see, when the husband is happy, the wife is unhappy. Before they got married, they only considered the beauty and the wealth. They were not concerned about their mind development, like what if my wife father dies, what if my wife lose her jobs, what if my wife loses her job, and then again the sadness will be there within the family. So before marriage, disciples of the Supreme Buddha, they should develop mindfulness. If not, how to live a happy life? Now the ones who really understand this true nature, that people are going through pleasant feelings, unpleasant feelings, and when they understand clearly about feelings, they won't get attached to others. So even the body is beautiful, yet through Kayanupassana he will protect his mind. Imagine if he can't develop Kayanupassana very well, at least if he can remember Vedananupassana, he will think, okay, feelings. Any person would feeling pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, then that person's face would change. So try to remember this wonderful Dhamma, then from some way you will be protected. Even if you can remember one Dhammapada stanza, because this Buddha's teachings is like the great ocean. If you take water from the great sea, the taste of that water is salt taste, it's salty taste. So in the same way, if you take even one Dhamma advice, it has the taste of liberation, leading to liberation. Arahant Sariputta learned only 4 verses from Arahant Asaji. And then later Arahant Sariputta, Upatissa Paribrajaka, was able to Upatissa young person was able to become a chief disciple of the Supreme Buddha. Because Upatissa was under Paribrajaka called Sanjay Bellattaputta. So he gave up that spiritual teaching and came to the Buddha after hearing just 4 verses. Then Buddha explains Ajjatta Bahiddhava Vedanasu Vedananupassi Viharati. Both within himself and within another should be mindful, knowing that everyone is going through the same nature. Everyone is going through these feelings. Because sometimes we get angry when another person is sad. We should remember that person is sad because he is going through various types of feelings. Then Samudaya Dhamma Anupassiva Vedanasu Viharati. So he dwells contemplating the arising of feeling, how feeling arise. Vaya Dhamma Anupassiva Vedanasu Viharati. That means he dwells contemplating the passing away of feelings, like how happiness arises and how happiness fades away. All he watches. He watches everything. Then he dwells contemplating the arising and passing away of feelings. Both. How arise, how feeling arise, like how lust arise and how lust get eradicated. When anger arises, you watch the mind and then you know now anger has arisen, now it has gone away. Then maintain that good mind without anger. The moment anger arises, watch your mind and then abandon it. Then Atti Vedanativa Panasasati Pachupattita Hoti. Yavadeva Jnanamattaya Patisati Mattaya Anisitocha Viharati Nacha Kinchi Loke Upadhyati. Mindfulness, that there is a feeling, is simply established in him to the extent necessary for higher knowledge and mindfulness, higher achievement. He dwells independent, not clinging to anything in the world. Nacha kinchi loke upadhyati, not clinging anything to in the world. Starting from what? Feelings. See how valuable. Evampi go bhikkave bhikkhu vedanasu vedananupassi viharati. This is how a monk dwell contemplating feelings. The nature of feelings is like wind blowing from north to south, east to west. Like when wind blows from one direction to another direction, what happens? Whatever according to the way that wind blows, the trees also will move. But don't move your mind and your bodily actions according to the way that mind needs. Do it according to the way that the Buddha's teachings need. Therefore, dear Dhamma friends, today we learn about mindfulness, and today we learn how to be mindful towards the feelings, and today we learn the way how to maintain a good mind. So see how Buddha explains. In the sky, the wind blows in various ways. The wind blows from the east, the wind blows from the west, the wind blows from the north, the wind blows from the south, the wind blows with dust, and the wind blows without dust. The wind blows with cold air, the wind blows with warm air, the wind blows lightly, the wind blows strongly. So Buddha preaches feelings, dear bhikkhus, feelings are also like that. In this body various feelings arise, pleasant feelings, unpleasant feelings, painful feelings, neither pleasant neither unpleasant feelings arise. Then we should have a way to protect our mind without getting overwhelmed. And then see, Buddha preached another great advice. Buddha has given another great advice. Dear bhikkhus, an ordinary person who has not understood life through the Dhamma, is told to live, joining with old age, death, sorrow, mourning, and physical and mental suffering. I say he lives, joining with all suffering. So, an ordinary person who does not know the Buddha's teachings, he is living with old age. He is living facing old age, diseases, and mental and physical suffering both. So physical suffering we can't avoid, but mental suffering we can avoid. It's like this. Imagine a person is hit by an arrow to one particular place. And then he is hit by another arrow to the same place. That is like a person who does not know the Buddha's teachings, and then he is mentally and physically suffering both. Imagine a person is only hit by one arrow. That is like a person is suffering physically but not mentally. Mind is not affected because his mind is protected with mindfulness. He knows how to watch the mind and abandon bad thoughts and develop wholesome thoughts. Abandoning bad thoughts, developing wholesome thoughts. Not letting bad thoughts to arise also. Not letting bad thoughts to arise, abandoning bad thoughts, and cultivating wholesome thoughts and maintaining and fulfilling those wholesome thoughts. So may you have the opportunity to develop Vedananupassana, to develop mindfulness on feelings and live a peaceful life and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Hope to meet you all with the next session on Chitta Anupassana, that is about the mind. Namo Buddhaya.